Cause I'm a broken soul, yeah, trying to find his way. And I pray to God that I will someday.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Vulnerable Reps podcast, where we have workouts and deep conversations that are raw and vulnerable. And today I'm gonna be talking with Jonny Hoang, I think I got that right. And we're gonna be talking about our worst breakup and how it actually was the biggest breakthrough of our life.
Yeah.
What's up, Jonny? Good to see you, buddy. So I know you're a car enthusiast, fitness enthusiast, and you're big into spirituality.
Yeah.
But for people who don't know you, what's kind of like a 1 minute version of just kind of explaining who you are?
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned some of my passions, wellness, spiritualities, being a car enthusiast. I don't know, I've always kind of moved under the radar, kind of mysterious in a way. So
Yeah.
I think for people just really getting to know me, learning that I may look like I'm tough on the outside, but I'm actually a very considerate, sensitive guy. It's got a resting bitch face, right?
RBF.
Yeah, RBF, literally that's what it is. But, I just want to spread spirituality out there and just make it known that it's okay to ask for help.
I love that.
Just have people be more aware of themselves.
Okay.
And that's pretty much what we're doing today, right?
So I love that. You're just somebody who wants to spread awareness, love on people, and just help people heal.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's basically it.
All right, buddy, well, let's dive into our workout. Let's do it. Oh, is that, you put a 45, right?
Yeah. Does it matter if it's face in or face out?
I mean, I'll put it your way.
I don't know. I always kind of wondered that, but
I'm the same way, dude.
Yeah,
I'm the same way.
It looks weird if one's faced out and one's faced
Right.
in. Real 45 pounds.
Well, that's funny you say that. Yeah, because the Smith machine feels heavier than most. Is that 20?
Honestly, supposed to work out, I'm counting, but I know I miscounted.
Oh yeah,
Are you
all the
serious?
time, right?
All the time.
I'm literally I think I'm at 20, but I seem kind of fast.
Literally, I had a trainer for 2 years. I'm like, this is why I pay you, to count my reps.
To count for
'Cause
me.
I'll be like, no, I did 8. He's like, no, you did fucking 6. I'm like, are you serious right now? I'm the Asian that's not good at math, by the way, so. There you go. There you go.
Ooh, my wrist. All right, buddy, let's hop into this.
let's do it.
So before we go into how bad it ended, I know when we meet the person, obviously it wasn't bad at the beginning, right?
Yeah,
There's a lot of things that we love about the person. That's why we're attracted to them. That's why a lot of times the breakup hurts us so much. So kind of tell me, how did you meet that person?
Yeah. Damn, I think I met her, honestly, it was an after party a few years ago. I was in a dark place, and I thought I was in a good place, but then I kind of realized I was kind of just feeling a void and kind of partying my feelings away.
Yeah.
And I thought I was already quote unquote healed from my past relationship.
Okay.
But I had met this
How long were
person.
you single till you met this person?
Dude, I think I was single for fucking maybe 3 months.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get it.
But for me, that was the longest I've actually been single.
Oh, so you've been a serial dater to
Yeah,
the
I've been a
person.
serial dater. We're
Okay.
back-to-back relationships.
Yeah.
So again, 3 months feels like a long time to me.
Yeah.
But I met this person, and then we kind of kicked it off really, really good. And one thing led after another, and things moved pretty quick and progressed pretty quick, especially my feelings. I'm a Pisces. I'm a fucking lover boy at heart. I'm a sensitive dude, even though I look like I'm fucking tough as shit.
Right.
I love to love.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how we met.
Did you say the first year was what were some of the fun highlights? Were there vacations? Where'd you guys travel? Did you feel the most love? What are the positive things that you feel happened that first year?
I mean, we vibe very well. I was, I said, only single for 3 months.
Yeah.
And it's kind of explaining to her my past, stuff like that, and it was she was accepting of it,
Okay.
And honestly, we went out a lot together, and I feel thinking about it now was more we kind of partied a lot together. Went to Vegas here and there, Hollywood, LA, nothing crazy outside of it. We worked out together a lot, and just I don't know. I think that's just kind of how we bonded. But I feel at the same time it was just a distraction for myself to actually kind of wake myself up.
Right.
Does that make
sense?
sense?
Okay, so that's how you guys met.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I remember I met mine So, man, there's a couple, right? But the one I really want to talk about, so I changed my life. I got clean off of drugs. I knew I was codependent. I knew I had childhood trauma. And so, I did forgiveness, I did therapy, I got off of drugs. And so I thought, and I was celibate for 8 months.
Yeah.
So I was like, cool, like I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And probably about a year and 3 months into it, I was like, all right, God, like if this is the girl for me, you make it happen.
Yeah.
And there were signs, like we would like end up at the same place together. She did like me. Sometimes I'd always think they like me, but they really don't, right? So, but no, she's like, no, I do like you. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. So I was like, let's take it slow. And the connection, everything felt right. Like you said, like I felt like I was like, wow, this is love.
Right.
And it was great. We did cruises together. We went to Thailand together. We were entrepreneurs together. You know, we worked out together. People are like, you're a power couple. And all that stuff, right? Yeah. We moved in together, like in Irvine, my first car. Yeah. So like, for me, it was like this incredible relationship. But before we talk about the breakup, right? Like same with you, right? Like now I could put words to it. It was like, I'm chasing the love of my dad.
Yeah.
Right? Because again, one, to me, this is the healthiest relationship because it's healthier than my last one, of course. Yeah. So that's where I measure it. Yeah. But I did realize like I'm still like chasing the love that my dad showed, which is earning. I was still in love with someone who I have to earn it.
Right.
And it's not like they're doing it on purpose, but it's the attachment style, right? I'm anxious.
Yeah.
I was in relationships from 13 to 27 at this point. You know what I mean? And so to me, it was a great relationship at that point. And I was happy and stuff like that. And I did think like this was it. I figured it out. Yeah. But again, like I was still chasing the love of my dad. Yeah. I was still trying to earn it. And but also too, like there's a lot of stuff about me that I needed to work on. You know what I mean? And when we talk about the breakup, I'll go into that. But I learned there's a lot of stuff about me, right? Because we attract not what we want, but what we are. Yeah, yeah. All right, so we just talked about how we met. So let's get another workout in, and then we're gonna dive into the good stuff, the breakup.
Right, let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
Oh!
8 reps.
Actually put like 100 pounds right here.
It looks like the fake weights.
Yeah, like what was that guy's name that used to do that? They said?
It's an all fucking day thing. I don't know how I'm gonna work out 2-3 times a day or do whatever the fuck I'm supposed to do.
It's 7 days. That's not even like today, right? Like yesterday, I'm like, okay, I gotta set up some stuff. I'm up till 2 in the morning. Then I'm like, I gotta sleep, so I gotta wake up, come here. I gotta make. All right, Johnny, so we talked about how you met.
Right.
You said you vibed. You guys were going out together, working out together, right? You had a lot of fun, a lot of love. Yeah. But you were saying that you were kind of seeking love out of desperation, right? Being a serial dater, jumping into relationship after relationship. You were single for a long 3 months, right? A long 3 months. You said you thought you healed.
It felt like 2 years. Right?
Yeah, it felt like 2 years, right? So kind of like run me down, like when did you start to see the relationship start to go down, like downhill?
Yeah. So pretty much I kind of caught her within a couple lies. One time where, I invited her out to something and she said she didn't want to go out tonight, but then she actually accidentally called me, butt dialed me.
Oh gosh.
And I heard a bunch of noise in the background where like, you're definitely not at home.
Yeah.
So I started reacting.
I was
really
gonna say,
fast.
how was that for you? Like, cause you said at this point, did you not see her as a person that would lie to you?
I didn't know.
So this is the first time you were like.
First time,
okay.
yeah. And how it was like at that moment and just that time in my life, I was very emotional, very sensitive. Still emotional guy, still sensitive, but I learned how to not react off my emotions as my first instinct.
Okay.
So when that happened, I spiraled. Blew up the phone, text, call, just kind of went crazy, and not in a good way, to be honest with you. So that's when I first kind of noticed,
Where did your mind go? Like, were you like, she's cheating on me? There's somebody out. Like, where'd your mind go that made you spiral, if you remember?
I think I was more upset that it was just like why would you lie about this smallest thing?
Yeah.
It's like, could have just told me like, hey, I think I want to go out with some other friends.
Right.
Cool, perfectly fine. You know.
Okay.
So I think it was more so. I was caught really, really off guard. I don't think I thought anything about cheating or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was just
More being lied to.
yeah. It was just was not expected at all.
Okay.
You know. So that's when I started noticing stuff, and then
And how long in the relationship was that?
it was like 4 months.
Okay, so
Probably
4 months.
and
Yeah.
a whole month of that was probably like super duper on and off, so I wouldn't even count that. But yeah, we kind of basically, she needed space, you know, gave that space, drove me fucking insane, like completely.
So she wanted space.
Yeah, she wanted
Okay.
space, like break, whatever you want to call
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I don't know how to give space, but I did it. But I was living inside my head, like just creating all these scenarios, overthinking stuff, losing sleep, all these things, you know. And I was just going crazy.
Why do you feel like you're going crazy? Like, do you personalize that? Like you're not good enough? That you're not worthy of love? That
You know, it's what you said right there. It's like not being worthy of love.
Yeah.
But at that time, I didn't realize that.
right? So right now, there's no words to it, but
There's no words to it.
You know why
but
now.
It's that feeling.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? But now I know why.
Yeah.
So at that moment in time, there's just a lot of confusion. You know, and again, being an anxious attachment,
oh yeah, you're gonna.
dude, that person, I could have spent the night with that person, and I would miss them as soon as they leave and want to
Yeah,
spend
yeah.
time with them again already.
Yeah.
You know, and I can still be that way too, but in a better way, of course.
Yeah.
You know, again, being an anxious attachment, yeah, it's just a spiral of emotions back and forth. It's almost not like one set thing. It's just like your mind just takes you to all these places.
Yeah.
To where it's just like
Worst case scenario. Yeah.
scenarios, and you know how powerful the mind is. When you're thinking of these things, you're literally, your body feels you're actually like almost actually living it in real time, real
Yeah.
life.
If you believe it, you're gonna feel it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know. So I mean, I was, man, couldn't sleep. Like, didn't want to do anything. You know.
So at this point, you find out she's lying. You spiral. Now she wants space. You're spiraling more. And then what
Yeah.
happens after that?
You know, after that, we started hanging out again. It was kind of a weird game of like, you know what? Let me see if I could just like give her space when she texted. Maybe I'll just ignore her this time. You know.
Yeah, the game.
It was a game.
Yeah.
You know, and it somewhat worked a little bit, and we started hanging out again. Went out here and there, kind of as friends, but not really as friends. And then it just became a thing where it's like, yo, let's not do this anymore. You know. But at that time too, a lot of other things in my life was starting to go like really, really bad, and it almost happened like just back to back. But as far as the relationship part, that's basically like what happened. But everything else that happened afterwards kind of had nothing to do with the relationship. It was just more so like, you know, the dark night of the soul, like hero's journey.
Yeah.
That to me what was going on, but I didn't know that at that time.
And what is that exactly? In case somebody doesn't know what that is.
It's kind of when everything else just falls apart around your life.
Okay.
You know, like it's not just relationships, it could be
Personal, financial.
yeah, whatever,
everything.
family it
Yeah.
is, friendships, relationships, finance, it's anything and everything basically. But it's multiple things at once, and it's kind of forced you to put in a dark place.
Do you feel like the breakup was like the tipping point?
The breakup was for sure the catapult to the point of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely truthfully say that was the catapult point of it. Because I lost it, dude. I fucking lost it. Everything that came afterwards, which is like the icing on the cake, you know, it's just
adding
like
more to the fire.
just add more and more and more on the holy shit, dude. You know, and to be honest with you, at some point, like I didn't want to live anymore.
Yeah, so you got suicidal.
I got suicidal, you know, I had suicidal thoughts, you know, and it's like my back was against the wall with so many things. I didn't see a way out. So it's kind of like, what's the point, you know?
Yeah, and I appreciate you sharing that because I think like a lot of people, man, don't want to talk about, I don't feel suicidal.
Oh, yeah.
That's selfish, that's weak. I don't
Right.
think that, but I think when you go through breakup on top of other things, right? And the breakup is like kind of like the thing that just destroys us. It's like, and you feel kind of like you said, right, stuck.
Right.
You feel like there's no way out, right?
Right.
The mind is like, kill yourself,
Right.
end it.
Right.
Right, it's like the only way out.
Yeah.
Because I totally get that. Because like for me, I remember when I went through my breakup, it was like, again, like you, I didn't ever think they would lie to me.
Yeah.
I didn't think that. It didn't cross my mind.
Right.
I trust. I'm not a jealous person. For me, even though I'm an anxious attachment, I'm not a
Right.
jealous person. But I remember it was like it was Christmas time, and I got a dream journal.
Yeah.
And the dream journal is by Jim Quick. And, Jim Quick's the memory guy, right? I can remember. And he says, get a dream journal, write out your dreams. He's trying to tell you something.
Yeah.
So my 4th day on my dream journal, I had a dream of my girl cheating on me.
Yeah.
And so imagine I'm writing this and I'm looking at her in bed, right? Because I woke up before her and I'm like, it's weird.
Yeah.
So I go to a meeting that day and I can't stop thinking about it. I'm like, God, it's messing with me.
Right.
And I'm not a person who checks phones. But a part of me, so I'm codependent at this point, right? So like when I feel like I'm gonna lose the relationship, I become a better boyfriend.
Right.
I become more responsible.
Right.
I want to take them out. I want to love them more. I want to
Right.
give them better sex, whatever, right? I just kind of like one up myself.
Yeah.
But I don't tell them what I'm doing. I just go, oh, just because I love you.
Yeah.
But it's because I'm afraid, right? And so I do all that. I plan like a date night.
Yeah.
She's at the gym, and I'm like, I'm just gonna check her laptop, just in case.
Yeah. It's like that gut feeling.
Yeah, gut feeling, you know what I
It's
mean?
always that gut feeling, dude. Always that freaking gut feeling.
And you know, I'm looking again, and I'm thinking like, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna prove that I'm wrong, right?
Yeah,
Like it wasn't
yeah,
real.
Right.
And the dream was right.
Yeah.
And I remember, like you said, it felt like everything closed in. I felt the tears coming out,
Yeah.
the anger coming out, and my first thought was, punch holes in the wall.
Yeah.
Piss on the carpet, literally like just piss on the carpet, steal the cat,
Yeah.
get high,
Yeah.
kill yourself.
Yeah.
But my mind was like, you know, because I was in my healing journey, so I was like, none of that's gonna fix anything. None of that's gonna make it better. And my mind was like, leave,
Yeah.
move out.
Yeah.
Which was hard because I was finally happy living in my own place with her and all that.
Yeah.
And I thought I figured it out. I thought this was never gonna happen again because I've been cheated on a lot of relationships.
Right, right.
But I thought I healed and it would never happen again.
Yeah.
And I just remember I literally left 2 hours later, moved into a church house with people who are getting high on fentanyl meth that we house, and I'm just laying on this cot, like, how did this happen?
Yeah.
And bro, I was crying and angry for like 6 months, dude.
Yeah.
I just couldn't understand, like, why?
Right.
Why me? Why me? Why is this happening? I was
Right.
nice, I'm praying, I go to church,
Right.
I help people.
Right.
And I just remember, like, same like you, dude, is because, you know, I don't feel good enough.
Yeah.
This relationship gave me purpose. And I thought I figured it out, and I was wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but like, the breakup is not the breakup that hurts, but it's the whole story I told myself in my head about me and you.
Yeah.
It's like cracked.
Yeah. You know what? I resonate with that because like we're lover boys, right?
Yeah, I'm a
so
lover boy too,
as soon as we feel something for this person, we can almost imagine our whole life ahead of
Yeah.
it. We can literally picture things, whatever it is, the future.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how I get. And I'm assuming that's how you get too.
100%.
So like I get exactly what you mean by that.
Yeah. Okay, so now that we covered the worst part,
Yeah.
let's go get a workout in, and then the third part will come in, and then we're gonna start talking about, I wanna know, like, how did that terrible situation, how was that like the biggest blessing in your life, right? I wanna know how you navigated it, because I know a lot of people are in that pain right now.
Yeah.
And I'm sure your story of how you got through it, there's many aspects of it, right? It's not just one thing.
Right.
We'll talk on that so people could kind of, learn from your story to
Yeah.
hopefully find some hope.
Yeah, definitely. No. Yeah, love is regard.
Coming in?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, it's like a scoop.
Yeah.
There you go.
I can feel like the trauma like leaving my body right now. I think I just healed my daddy issues.
So it's just scar tissue. Like I literally don't feel it at all.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because if you feel it, it feels like rubbery.
Yeah. You want to get that?
Like honestly, if you just squeeze it, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, look, I can push it in, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I could barely feel it too.
Oh gosh, that was good. Oh. All right, so when we last talked, you were telling me, right, you have the breakup that happens, right? You're spiraling. You have all this life stuff happening too on top of it, right? You said the breakup was kind of like the icing on the cake that really kind of broke you.
Yeah.
And getting suicidal ideations, right? Getting in a dark place. You feel like your back was behind a wall or at a wall. Kind of run me through now. So you're in rock bottom.
Yeah.
Kind of run me through, how did you get out of that?
Yeah, so, at first it was really just hit the gym for hours of the day. And I was honestly working out like crazy. That was like the first thing I started doing, just to literally keep myself sane and just literally not kill myself.
So what do you feel? Why do you feel like the gym kind of helped you stay sane in that season? Like, what is the gym doing to you for your mind?
I mean, it just kept me stimulated, but in a better way.
Okay.
You know, when you work out, you feel good.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, obviously, I was taking out a lot of my feelings and emotions in the gym.
Okay.
You know, they say like, you want to lose weight fast, get your heart broken, right?
Yeah, the heartbreak diet.
Heartbreak diet or whatever it is, right? Essentially, that's kind of what happened, right?
Yeah.
But I was just working out like crazy, dude. I would go run 5 miles in the morning, rest 2 hours, go work out for another 2 hours, go sauna and cold plunge at night, do hot yoga, do Muay Thai. I was even bouldering.
Oh, wow.
I was literally almost the entire day just destroying myself working out.
So what I'm hearing right now is like a deep obsession right now, right? Which is okay, right? When you're in that place of like darkness.
I'm still super obsessed with it. Right now, not as crazy.
Because you're healing. That's why.
My soul is kind of a little bit more healed now. But first thing was working out. I didn't care to work. I didn't care about the six pack. I didn't care about any of that shit. I literally just fucking worked out because it made me not think about everything else that was happening around me.
Right.
Second thing that happened was running to that friend. Kind of talked about.
The one at the beach or the gym? Oh, you're on the Stairmaster, right?
The Stairmasters at a gym I used to go to before this one.
Okay.
And him and I had our own issues in the past that were still lingering that I just didn't handle properly because my back was against the wall and there was no solution for me to fix it. So, I'm not gonna lie, I ran away from it.
Yeah.
And then I had to come back and face my problems.
Right.
And when I ran into him, he basically said, our issue aside, I'm worried about your well-being. I actually care about you. I don't care about our issue. And that's when we started catching up while we're on the Stairmasters. Him telling me what he's gone through, and it started with me telling him that what I've been going through, or actually what I was going through at that time. And he really resonated with it because he went through something similar, and that's when he introduced me to the Dark Night of the Soul, Hero's Journey, and he had recommended me to talk to a psychologist, a deaf psychologist. Talking to that psychologist once a week, it's a 3-month contract. And I remember when I first started talking, she's like, watch, in 3 months, you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? And I'm like, there's no fucking way. There's no way. 3 months, that's like tomorrow, basically.
Right.
In 3 months, things were a lot better. But the all in between was just the freaking crazy part. Just reading books, learning how to journal. We did a lot of inner child work, a lot of shadow work together, a lot of meditating.
What did you discover when you're doing inner child work?
I basically learned to forgive my parents because they did the best they could.
Now, did you learn to forgive them because the sessions you were having with the psychologist?
Yes.
So what did she say that made you go like, okay, I'm gonna forgive them? Like, what was the benefit of forgiving them?
The benefit of forgiving them was understanding that they did the best they could at what they knew at that time.
Right.
They're also learning how to be parents.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, yes, it's a right and wrong way to do things, but it's just at that time, it's just what they knew. And I can't be mad at them for that, The other part was, dude, I was actually celibate too for, I don't know, at least a year. I didn't touch alcohol for literally a single year. I wouldn't even, if the chocolate had red wine in it, I wouldn't even eat it. If the pasta was seasoned with wine, I wouldn't even fucking touch it.
So at this point, basically, you're working out obsessively, right? Anything movement, right? Stay out of your head. And why did you add the celibacy aspect to it?
When I was going through the whole breakup thing, I messed around, right? It doesn't do anything for you. Might feel really good.
What do you mean by that? Because a lot of people think the best way to get over someone is to get under somebody.
Right. And what it means, obviously it's pleasure in that moment, right? You think it's gonna help, but really, the moment right after, you're actually really missing that person, the other person.
Yeah.
For me, that's what it was.
What was it that made you go, you know what, I'm gonna do this? What did you learn that made you want to go celibate about yourself?
It was the energy factor. That's when I really started learning about frequencies and energy and vibrations. So I needed to balance all those things and operate at the frequency that I needed to operate at to heal, be okay, whatever you want to call it, to attract other people at the same frequency as me.
Okay, so you're realizing doing these behaviors bad energy, bad frequency, right? So you're like,
Right.
I need to not do this to kind of raise your frequency, your vibration
Exactly.
to a place where it's going to benefit you.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's exactly what I did. And, you know, I was doing things I never thought I would do, dude. I was the sound bath and yoga and all that stuff, a lot of journaling, a lot of reading. Man, I was going, whenever there was sun out, I was going to the beach as much as I can and just sticking my feet in the sound.
Yeah,
just
grounding
myself.
the sun.
Breath work. I
Yeah.
was doing everything and anything just to feel okay. I actually almost did a mushroom ceremony.
Okay.
I actually bailed out on it because my friend that got me a psychologist, he actually called me out of the blue or texted me. He's like, hey dude, he's like, I actually don't think that you need this mushroom ceremony. He's like, I think that you can do this without it. And fuck, I'm like, I was already kind of hesitant about doing it. I was gonna more force myself to do it, but when he texted me that, I took it as a sign where it's like, you know, I actually don't need to do this. So here's the thing, right? People that are going through stuff, everyone always wants a quick way out. They want that overnight fix.
Of course. What's that magic pill, the magic this,
people are
the magic
chasing
that.
the mushroom, the ayahuasca, this, because they read all these things, which are very fucking true.
Yeah.
But it's like, you can do all these psychedelics, these herbs, spiritual drugs, whatever, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, if you're not constantly
Working on yourself,
none of that shit fucking matters.
Yeah. So let me ask you this now. So what I'm hearing is, right, so we have meditation, yoga, breath work. I mean, it sounds like you're just going on this spiritual journey, trying all these things, seeing what you like, what you don't like. You have people you're expressing to, you're going to therapy, right? You're journaling, you're on this healing journey where you're going celibate, you're not drinking, you're doing a lot, which is amazing. So let me ask you this, because that's a lot of good stuff for people. Why do you feel that breakup needed to happen? Like, what was the blessing? If you were just telling me like in 2 sentences or whatever you can, what was the blessing in that breakup?
The blessing is that breakup was me learning to love myself.
Wow.
Yeah. That's literally it right there. Yeah.
And so it's beautiful as we come to this breakup needed to happen so you can love yourself. And I always tell people, right, like a breakup is a breakthrough because it happens for you. And sometimes life, unfortunately, has to give us something we don't want, but it's what we need because we're not willing to let go.
Yeah.
So it's gonna make us let go by destroying it.
You know, it's definitely a blessing and you learn a lot about yourself, but you know, sometimes like you start to love yourself so much, it's like when you start feeling things, you kind of become a little avoidant, like, oh, fuck. Like,
pendulum swing.
I got feelings right now.
The pendulum swing, right?
Yeah, I got feelings right now. I don't know if I want to lean into this and this and that. You're just like, you're in this between now, you know, which is like a great thing, and it could be a bad thing too, depending on how you hone into it and how you use it, you know? But I mean, we're never going to stop growing. We're never going to stop healing. And I don't think people ever realize that. When people say I'm healed. Yeah, you might be healed from that part of your life.
But we're always healing. There's so much. Because as you know, and I think it'll be good for our next episode, is talk about, because are you currently in a relationship? You all right?
Yeah, I'm dating someone.
Okay.
So.
I think our next episode can be to navigating now being in a better relationship with what we know.
Yeah.
And what are the challenges with that?
Yeah.
Because I always tell people, when you're insecure and you become secure, you have a whole new set of challenges now. Because you're like, well, I don't know this, I haven't lived this version for a long time. So now all these other things I battle with is something new.
It's funny, I'm battling that right now. We'll talk privately after this.
That's the after hours one. That's the after hours. So one, I just want to say I appreciate you for being vulnerable as a man to share so many things that most men are scared to share. You just can't even help women to understand women are going through breakups.
Right.
You shared a lot of what you did. If someone was to ask you today, like, hey man, what is a piece of advice you have for me? I'm going through a breakup right now. What would you tell them?
I mean, I don't want to sound cliche, but it just goes back to like really focusing and working on yourself. It's a consistency game. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not just what can I do at the moment to feel better or get over it. It's just like what can you do on a daily basis to get through your things. Okay. You know.
And is there anything you recommend them do? I know you did therapy and books and all that, working out. What would you recommend?
For me, it's like if you have the resources, finances, whatever you want to call it, if you can get professional help, I totally would. Yeah. I recommend it to a lot of people. I'm very open about it. Yeah. To a lot of people, it's out there for a reason. Yeah. You know, this whole stigma behind things like, oh, this guy's seeing a psychologist, therapist. What the fuck's wrong with him or her? It's like, no, that's not the case, dude. That's the TV. I've seen 3 therapists. Yeah. And with my psychologist was just fucking amazing. So grateful for that whole experience. You know, it's like it's all out there for a reason. There's so many fucking resources. Right. Talk to your friends, start journaling, start reading. Yeah. It's just you got to take the first step.
Yeah.
No matter what the fucking step that is. I mean, definitely don't go party and stuff like that. You know, but whatever that first healthy step is, just take it and just kind of figure out what works for you.
What book would you recommend? One book. What you got? And that's probably hard, but which one would you recommend?
The one book I would recommend that I really like is called The Power of Now.
Oh, I love that one. Eckhart Tolle, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So that one's really good. Man, there's such a big list of books I have. But
Yeah.
I think that's an easy read, you know?
Yeah.
Or Seven Spiritual Laws of Success.
That's a good
super
one,
freaking
too.
easy read.
Yeah.
4 Agreements, even
Love
easier.
it. Easy read.
Yeah, actually, if it was like first books I want to read, I'd probably recommend the 4 Agreements.
Yeah,
It's a short read.
Easy read.
It catches you.
Powerful.
Makes you think a lot.
Yeah.
That I would definitely recommend.
I love that.
All the way up to that.
Yeah, and I think that's the whole point of why I do this too, right? Because as a therapist, I want people to kind of see they can see this kind of therapy versus the TV like this. Tell me how you feel in a suit, glasses, a beard, right? It gives it that stigma.
Yeah.
So they can kind of see is that what it looks like? This is what it can look like if you just find the right person.
Right.
But dude, I appreciate you being here today and sharing all that stuff.
Yeah, I hope this can resonate, help some people.
I know it will,
take
man.
something from it.
Sweet, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah, brother. Thank you so much. Sweet.
That was dope. I think we got a lot of good stuff.
In today's episode, we learned that our worst breakup is actually a breakthrough. That our ex aren't bad people. It's just that people come into our life for a season, for a reason, or a lifetime. And so I want you to ask yourself, what is this breakup trying to teach you about yourself? How much of the toxic relationships are actually on you? Because like attracts like. What are the patterns that you need to break that your family couldn't heal so you can break that generational trauma and you can attract that healthy love that you truly deserve?
I'ma be okay.